I think that when we're looking at the future for any patient, especially rare disease or undiagnosed patients, the potential that we have is enormous. I think we live in a world right now where patients don't have full access to their data, and I think that is one of the things that we really have to talk about. I think we can spark innovation and research in different ways if we really enable people access to that information and allow them to share that with the people that they see fit. For me, I think as I look at the drug discovery process and how we work and we go from cell discovery to drug development, I think we need to tweak that a little bit. I think as a patient with a rare disease, we've found mutations in me that have never been seen before. And if I wait for drug development and research to happen the way that it's happening now, I'll never be found. And we need to give patients that opportunity to be found, to re-identify themselves, and to really push that research in a way that has never been looked at before. Here in the US, I think we're dealing with a very different situation. We don't have any GDPR or any type of data privacy or protection that really goes across the United States. We have different states who have different regulatory or regulations. And really, I think there's a need to educate people around the data, the value of the data, the value of collective data, and really get back into more of a population health type mindset. I think right now the feeling I get is everybody does feel that patients should own and access their data. We as patients have a little bit of confusion on where we're going with that. Ownership to us is something that we don't want to discuss. We want people to have rights to their data. We don't want underserved or minority populations to be able to sell off their data. We want them to have that agency. I think it's the regulatory process. I think the political landscape that we're sitting in is also a big hurdle. And honestly, the education level around data is not there in patient communities. So what we really need to do is inform patients around this data, teach them a little bit more about the business model of healthcare, and enable them a way to interact with industry that hasn't happened yet. So I currently am on the board for an organization called the Light Collective. Our goal is collective digital rights for our patients. One of the projects that we've worked on a digital rights guide for patients as we move into this space. And we're also looking at the AI and the technology. We're seeing a lot of our care being determined by algorithms. And so as patients, we're trying to inform people about what these algorithms are and what they mean to you. And we're working on a project now where we're trying to outline some of those rights around AI. We're looking for transparency, knowing what these models are made of and how our care is being determined. And then looking at how do we have that ability also to refuse some of these things that may be offered to us.